Hey everybody, we're so excited about this right now. Joining us live from the set of Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not kidding. She literally looks like she just killed some zombies. Danay Garcia, you know her as Luciana. She's joining us now on Comicbook.com. This is so exciting. Danay, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure. Sorry I have to come like this, but this is the best I could do.
I think this is awesome. It's so cool. I feel like I'm actually talking to Luciana. I don't know. You're kind of blending in with your one and the same.
Well, it's you know what? It's great to be back. It's great to be back to Mexico. It's great to be back to see the crew, the cast, the producers, the writers. It's just awesome. It's coming back to a home away from home, but it's an apocalyptic home. It's a home that you just want to be here for a little bit and then you want to go to your home.
Right.
But it's just great. It's great to be back to where it all started and to pick up the pieces from where it ended and continue it. It's amazing.
I can't wait. We're going to talk about that, but first there's something else we have to talk about. This film, Loca, it looks so amazing. I'm so excited for it. The trailer is so intense, and you get to be a badass again. Let's just start with me. How did this all come up? How did this come about for you, and what is going on with this movie?
Well, I produced and starred in Loca. I know the director-writer, Nate Gabais, and we worked together in a movie called Boost before, and I was actually coming back from set when he sent me the script. I was on the train going to Los Angeles, and he sent it to me. He's like, "Listen, we talked about this project before. I mean, years ago. He wanted to develop it, but I think this would be great." And I was like, I read it. Imagine reading that story, that trailer condensed in a script, from killing zombies to like this whole intensity. And I was like, I'll do it. I landed in LA. I'm like, I'll do it. We're gonna meet tomorrow. And I just jumped in as a producer, and I brought in incredible actors. We put together a beautiful cast, and I'm so excited. I mean, it has Lou Diamond Phillip, it has Steven Bauer, who's a great friend, Danny Trejo, Emilio Rivera. It's and it was just full on. And honestly, I wrapped Fear the Walking Dead on a Friday. I went to LA. I had a Saturday and Sunday off, and I started shooting on a Monday. I only had like a weekend from apocalyptic world, killing a bunch of zombies, to like killing a bunch of people in LA.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood right there. That is commitment to Hollywood.
Oh my God.
But like you just said, you got to work with some really, really cool actors. Danny Trejo, Lou Diamond Phillips. I mean, this cast is really amazing. How does this stack up to everything else you've experienced? I mean, from Prison Break to Fear the Walking Dead, how does it all stack up for you?
You know, it's great. I love the fact that I get to play really strong leading ladies, characters. I think people love that. People like to see, you know, how you go from one level to the next. In terms of, obviously, Fear the Walking Dead, she goes from one extreme to another. And now Loca, the same thing. She started off as a married girl. They killed her husband, and how she transformed into this big woman that just in 10 years, she's filled with tattoos. She's a completely different person, and she's a complete survival.
I'm never messing with you. You only play the toughest chicks on television in the movies. I would never mess with you.
You know what? It's really interesting because in my normal life, I like to read books. I like to run. I'm like completely.
I don't believe it.
I know. Nobody believes it. It's crazy. But I get to spend my whole days just killing people. It's just funny. I'm covered in blood. I mean, who does that?
That brings me to my next question for you. What do you think are the biggest similarities between Luciana from Fear the Walking Dead and your character of Loca?
You know, they are both survivors. They just know how to handle obstacles really well. And even when they make mistakes, they just know how to fix it, how to fail and bounce back. And I believe in that kind of a storytelling, that kind of characters. It's not about making mistakes. It's about how to bounce back and whatever it takes to get there and to get to the next level. And there's a similarities with Luciana there. She just tries to make it better and better. But you know, she has no control over what's going to happen next. I mean, if a zombie comes in, I have to kill the guy because I have to keep going. And in Loca's case, if you know, they kill my husband and my past is coming to the present, well, I have to take care of it. But it's all about handling the obstacles.
Right.
I think that's what keeps it very interesting for me.
So who wins in a fight between them?
I didn't think about that. But they have different skills, though. They have different skills. I think they both have their strengths. I don't like to think about them like that. They're both very strong women. I wouldn't like to get involved there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to make you pick a favorite child there, but I know you can't talk too much about Fear the Walking Dead's third season. I can't tell you how excited I am because I loved, especially the second half of season 2, and that cliffhanger really has me dying to see what happens next. But I have to ask, you're filming in Baja, which is so cool. Is this just like the ultimate dream job? Has this season just been a complete, amazing new reality for you?
You know what? But it's been a reality for me, not just from a character standpoint or from a storytelling point or scripts and all that, but literally we passed 2 big storms like here. Like in LA, I'm sure too, but here it's been Mother Nature is like apocalyptic with us.
Wow.
It's like, if you see a little rain, it's pouring rain, and we're like, it's been raining, it's been difficult, and that's kind of like what makes it fun. And you can't get away from the fact that this is a difficult shoot, not just because of long hours, but it's just, you just get into this mode of like, okay, there's a storm coming. Like, we just got a storm coming on the news for real. So it's just been very interesting. It's been so fun. It's been challenging. It's been wet, and it's been like, you see the ocean going up and down. You're like, okay, this is not, nobody wrote this down. This is really happening.
Well, I'll never forget on The Walking Dead. I don't know if you watched the first season of The Walking Dead. They had the scene where they covered themselves in zombie guts, and then the rain washed it all off. You guys would be in a lot of trouble because that's become like your favorite hobby. Is just let's cover ourselves in guts and we'll blend right in. If it starts raining, you guys are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I mean, we literally passed 2 storms, and it's been, we haven't stopped, and that says a lot about the crew, and it says a lot about the actors and the commitment and what it needs from us. It just demands so much, and not just from a character point of view, but also physically, and the commitment that is involved it's incredible. And I love working every single day, not facing those obstacles, but knowing that there's a crew and an army of people just going forward with one objective, and it's incredible.
That's really cool.
I really appreciate them.
That's awesome. Now, I will personally never forget when you walked out on the stage at San Diego Comic-Con in Hall H in July, and you were announced as part of the cast. You looked so excited, and then we talked a couple months after that. The excitement didn't go anywhere. You were still super hyped to be a part of this. It's been so much fun to follow you on this journey ever since. But what has been your favorite part of this entire experience from the time you joined the cast to being announced at Comic-Con and until now you're filming season 3? What has been the best part for you?
When I came back, first of all, when I announced Comic-Con, the audience didn't know Luciana. They just saw a little trailer of Comic-Con, but they had no idea what my character's about. I had to explain it. Even when we met in Hawaii, when I was in Hawaii, I had to sort of be like, they literally started to get to know Luciana really well. Right. So it's been a journey of me catching up with you guys, with the audience, and the audience catching up with me, and me introducing myself, and it just hasn't been the same at all. It just escalated, and it keeps escalating. I can't wait for you guys to see what's coming next, and now that you guys know who Luciana is, and it's just been such an exciting journey. It's just been so incredible, and it's really funny because in LA during the hiatus, I was in a coffee shop, and in Starbucks, just reading my book normal, and this little girl comes in. I swear she was like 7 years old. And she's like, "Hi, you're Luciana, the girl that kills zombies." I'm like, "You're not supposed to see this. This is not for you."
That's amazing, though. That's the coolest thing ever.
I know. And then I looked at the mom, and the mom is like, "Oh, she just watched a little bit of it." I know. And I'm like, "Oh, she totally watched the whole show. I mean, this little girl, she loves the killing." I was like, "Oh my God, I would never think that a 7-year-old will and it's just not the first one. I mean,
right? Yeah, that's amazing though. What do you want to be when you grow up? Luciana from Fear the
Walking Dead.
That's the coolest thing ever.
7. So you know what? Despite of everything, I just love the fact that people can relate to her.
Mm-hmm.
Little girls, teenagers, young, older lady, whatever, any age is it's because it's a character that is human, and we're dealing with human survival, and that's something that, even though we're not surviving for our lives right now, we can relate to that kind of sensation of like, for example, being hungry, you need to eat, otherwise you're gonna die. Like
Right.
we're constantly, believe it or not, in a survival mode. It's just that for Luciana's perspective, it's really life and death, and that's the whole show. It's
Right.
and that's really what I try to connect with when it comes to my characters,
Right.
whether it's Loca, Luciana, or anything.
Yeah, I think you've been doing. I think you've been doing a really great job. Luciana has so quickly become a fan favorite character. But before I let you go, I have to ask: Fear the Walking Dead's third season ended with your character getting shot. I lost my mind. I think a lot of people did. I know you can't talk too much about the season, if you can say anything at all. But we know Luciana is going to be okay. She's out there fighting zombies. You're still on set, at least for a little while to start the season. But what can you tease about what Luciana has ahead of her in this upcoming season?
You know, in this upcoming season, and I think you're gonna see these different layers of her. I think in order for a woman or a man or anybody to become strong, you have to be weak. And in order for anybody to be fearless, you have to feel the fear. And so in order to overcome anything, you have to do two steps back. It's just mass. It's just life. It's just the way it goes. They said that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I think that's what Luciana is right now. What doesn't kill her makes it certainly big time stronger.
Very
And
cool.
that's where she's at. It's
That's awesome.
you're gonna see a result of all this craziness that has happened to her.
I'm
And
so excited. I'm so excited for Fear the
yeah,
Walking Dead to return. I saw the commercial last weekend. They said it's coming back in June, so I can't wait. And thank you so much today for joining us. This has been so much fun.
yes, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry my presence my makeup has not a normal glamorous girl. This is kind of like how it is lately.
That makes it so much cooler. You earned so many points for showing up covered in zombie guts. That is so cool. So yeah, thank
I'm
you.
doing
And
my dance.
Loca,
Doing
everyone
my
I know is
dance.
excited for Loca as well. It's debuting at South by Southwest, and
Yes.
I'm sure as more details on how to watch that come out, we will provide those.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate your support. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. And thanks everybody at home
Thanks.
for watching.